The last time I was at an airport, there was a caricature artist doing free portraits. I've always wanted one, so I figured, why not? I got time to kill. That's actually a really good time.
Oh, yeah.
That would be the moment, right? If they're on like a boardwalk at the beach, no thanks. I'm having a great time with my family. But here alone in the Charlotte airport as I wait for a flight, like, yeah, I'd love that actually. I'd love to take a moment to be considered.
Yeah, I do want to say real quick, and I do want to hear the rest of the question, but if I saw a caricature artist, I would be like, I don't know that I want to pay for that. And then they'd be like, it's free. And I'd be like, well, no, I definitely don't want it. There's something about it being free that seems weird to me. Like, if it's good, then you should charge for it.
What is he charging for? How is your business model? You think it's the frame? At the end, he's like, if you want to have it, then you have to pay for it.
The only other explanation is that the airport has paid the caricature artist to be there as
this
like,
will be fun for everybody.
Yeah, as an amenity.
Or the caricature artist draws you with like a grody butt and like your wiener is out. And you're like, what did you do that for? And they're like, if you want me to erase it, I got the eraser right here, but that's $50 for this no PP DLC.
He draws you with photorealism in a compromising position with the mayor's wife.
Yeah.
You see, you don't give me $1,000 or this is going to find its way into the Inside Edition studios.
Inside Edition Studios is going to go for that, you think?
Yeah.
They're pretty desperate at this point. They will take a charcoal drawing.
They're willing to go outside the edition at this point. They're just looking for anything that will draw the people inside the edition.
Okay, there's more to say about this wonderful scenario. About halfway through, he mentioned that I was the first person to stare at him while he worked.
Uh-oh.
And I immediately felt super awkward and suddenly didn't know where to look or how to act. If I ever see another caricature artist,
it'll be too soon.
What's the proper etiquette? Or should I just avoid them altogether? That's from Cartoon Buffoon.
You can't avoid them.
Can it? Well,
I've actually done a pretty good job of it my entire life.
That is not true because I know for a fact that we've been to amusement parks together where they wait around every corner. You turn a corner thinking, oh, this might be like a fun vendor that sells perhaps some kind of kettle corn. Oh, no. It's a caricature artist who has done a Danny Zuko.
Right, but if he rolls up on me, I give him a little chin music. And I just keep on trucking. You got to, or else they will pin you to the ground and draw you in a crazy way that I don't appreciate. So sometimes you got to give them a little buff.
I would say, dear listener, that you have found apparently one of the very, very few ways there is to genuinely screw up this interaction. And I would not trust you being who you are with your track record. I would not trust you with another caricature artist. I don't think it's a small community, first off. You know what I mean? Small community.
You mean
they
like
talk.
they've talked. They know.
They talked. They know about you. They got an eye out for you. Why on fuck would your choice be to stare dead-eye, just stare down this person doing a caricature of you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Justin. A little thing called the Mona Lisa? Like a piece of art where you're looking dead at the artist? Like,
No. There is every portrait like that where it's like staring out at the viewer. They have you look at the last second. It's like 5 minutes before they're done. They're like, okay, go ahead. And go ahead and look at me, Mona. Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Look away. We're done here.
Okay. It's not what I would do. But I can see where you're looking in the direction of the person rather than pretending they're not there could arguably seem like the least awkward. Now, I will say, from a different point of view, what do you think was going through the caricature artist's head that they felt the need to say, you're the first person to ever stare at me while I do this?
Yeah, and maybe it's their like sixth one ever. Like no one actually takes me up on this.
That's why I'm doing it for free. I'm still learning.
Yeah, right. This is I'm in my residence.
I'm actually not a caricature artist. I'm just waiting for a flight, and I had a pad, and I was bored.
If I was getting my portrait done by a caricature artist, I would be too preoccupied with which of my zany features are they gonna
pop
accentuate.
off. Yeah.
You know
I assume it's my massive pecs, or maybe my delts.
It's no, but it's never.
Glutes.
It's never a good one. No one's ever looked at a caricature of themselves and been like, yeah, actually, hello, new Bumble profile picture. It's not anything good ever. It's like, here's my Austin Powers teeth that have been made big like a donkey's teeth. You know what I mean?
Even like a Hirschfeld looks wild. It's like a wild.
What do you think your guys would be? Because I think in a good outcome, I've got a big pump of purple hair on top of my head. But realistically, it's that I have a giant head. Is probably what the thing is. But that's a lot of caricatures, right? Big head seems to be a pretty common one.
You don't have to they can't make you let them draw you. There is nowhere to look. I've been thinking about it for 6 minutes now. There's nowhere to look except at your phone. I don't really think they need to take you in. I don't think they need to drink you in for the art necessarily. I think they just need to spot your one flaw and then make it a big cartoon that makes you look like just a real idiot.
Hey, I can't stop thinking about the fact that this person has gone through extensive security background checks to sit in the middle of this airport to do caricatures.
Yeah, actually this email is from 1998. So back when you could just walk through and have a fun time.
You could just say, I'm picking someone up from the airport.
My favorite restaurant used to be the airport Chili's, but then, and then I couldn't go anymore.
I like when caricature artists, Travis mentioned Danny Zuko, and it made me think about how most caricature artists always have like several caricatures around to their station to like show you their skills, And when I was younger, by which I mean in my mid to late 30s, I used to think that those were for sale too. Like maybe you could just be like, oh shit, is this Michael Keaton in Gung Ho? That's fucking cool. I love that.
I have to imagine if you walked up and you're like, I'll take the Terminator one, they would be jazzed about that. The work's already done.
No, the fucking power play is just while they're doing a caricature of someone else in the moment, be like, $500. And then you take it and walk away, no questions asked. This one's going in the vault.
Can you just do me as a Terminator? Can you make me a Terminator with the face and the leather jacket, and I'll be back?
Can you actually just add me to the Terminator one so it looks like Arnold and I sat together?
Can you do one where it's mainly Arnold and there's a long line of people waiting to meet him, and I'm like 30 in the back?
And I don't want the focus, but I do want it to be obvious it's me.
I want people to believe I met him, and that seems believable, that I met him when he was a caricature.
And no one had a phone or a camera or anything, and the only option to capture the moment was caricature.
Hey, can you do a caricature of this receipt so I don't have a scanner on me, and I do want to prove to my employer that I made this purchase?
Yeah.
So could you do a caricature of my receipt?
Why did you make all the fives super big? You goofball.